surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard. Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be. Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Utah. He only dishes to Leonard. A 3-ball kept alive, and he tucks it home.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sensed just where that rebound was going, and it becomes an easy 2 for him.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. I mean, they should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Kanter kicks to Dang. It's Henderson on the wing. He has 6. Out to the right wing. To the inside. It's stolen by Dang. Here's Pekovic. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
Yeah, you got to love the energy they're bringing.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Knicks up by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Mills out there with Henderson. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's McDermott. And it's Arthur in the power forward position. Good on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Lawson. And Mills kicks to Henderson. That's good. Henderson's got 8 points.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. Henderson with it. Now guarded by Pekovic. To the wing right side. McDermott passes to Arthur. It's stolen by Dang. And oh, here we go. Burke's got it. A fast break chance. Stolen by Henderson. And a fast break now for New York. Henderson with the ball. Jazz trailed by 7. Lawson kicks to Dang. Back to Lawson. It's stolen by Arthur. Here's Mills. Lawson defending. Kicks it to Mills. The 19-foot shot. The Jazz shoot the ball at 42%. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And New York making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And Mills kicks to Henderson. Takes the 13-footer. And he gets it to go. Henderson's got 4 points this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Lawson outside. And it's Dang in the corner. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Man, maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
The offensive rebound. It's stolen by Harris. Stolen away. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Henderson. And that one goes. Feeding him with the lead pass.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Lawson kicks to Dang. The 3. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. 8 points for Luol Deng.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Here's Mills. Lawson defending. In the corner, Henderson with it. Rebound, Utah.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done. Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
And here's Mills to the inside. Here's McDermott. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play for the Knicks. Chandler comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Gerald Henderson. The Knicks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, Doug McDermott, a senior out of Creighton, one of the all-time great scorers in college basketball history. In fact, 3,150 points. That ranks him 5th all-time in Division I. And he's not just a great shooter. He's a scorer who can create his own shot in a number of ways.
Williams dishes to McDermott. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. The Jazz making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Now McDermott. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. McDermott can't get it to go. And McDermott, the first player in 30 years, Clark, to make the AP All-America first team 3 consecutive times. It's only been done 10 times before.
Well, he was absolutely fantastic as a college player. One of the best college careers in the history of college hoops, Kevin. No doubt about that. There were some questions about how his game would translate to the NBA. Not a question mark for me. This is a guy who I think, while he might not be a superstar, he's going to be more than a serviceable long-term pro.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid Payton has some very noticeable hair on the floor. He said the story behind it is as follows. Me and my teammates in high school agreed we wouldn't cut our hair the entire season until we won a state championship. We wound up losing in the semifinals, but I liked what it was doing and just let it keep growing and growing. Guys, will it ever end?
We'll see if it does. Thanks, Doris. That's tipped and stolen by Pekovic. Here's Lawson. Mills with the rebound.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Chandler's shot good.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Utah calls timeout.
You know, it seemed like the Knicks would always find a way to come up short on the road, and that was reflected in their overall record as the road team.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Tobias Harris comes in for Luol Deng. Lamb is checked in for Burks. And it's Payton in for Ty Lawson. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for New York. Pablo Prigioni comes in for Patty Mills. Harris with it. Now Anthony defending. Off the left rim and out. As you guys are seeing, those close losses did add up for the Knicks last year, and Steve, it certainly hurt them in the standings.
Sure did, Kevin. I mean, an 18-23 road record. You know, they were better than others at getting those away wins, but they missed out on a few chances by letting some games slip away.
Jazz trailed by 9. Pass to Lamb. Favors sets the pick for Lamb. He dishes it to Favors. to Payton. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The Jazz with another miss. Outside Anthony. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And it's an 11-point New York lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Here's Lamb. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You know, it wasn't just that the Jazz were struggling against the rest of the West. They were getting punished regularly by teams in the East as well. And despite that, this is a young team that I think has a chance to get better rather quickly.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Payton.
Ty Lawson.
New York leading by 9. Outside Williams. Anthony kicks to Prigioni. Back to Anthony. The dish to Prigioni. On the wing, Williams. Trying to get open is Johnson. Williams can't get it to go. The Jazz did have a lot of trouble with the East, even though teams in the East were more willing to play at the Jazz's preferred pace.
Yeah, but when you don't have a dynamic offense, it doesn't matter what pace you play at, and that missing ingredient is what hampered the Jazz against all teams, including the East.
Another miss by Williams.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
And Lamb kicks to Lawson. Passes to Harris. And the 3 off target. New York shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And Chandler throws it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
At the line for your Jazz.
Well, Derek Favors still developing offensively. I think he's trying to refine his post game and his shooting touch, but the potential is still there.
And for Favors, most of his shots, Clark, coming around the rim.
Yeah, a strong offensive rebounder. He can use his imposing physique to overpower a lot of defenders.
Chandler kicks to Prigioni. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Here's Lawson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Ty Lawson somewhat undersized at the point guard position at 5'11", but he makes up for it with his strength, and he really competes defensively. He is not easy to push around.
And for Lawson, the issue defensively, not so much getting overpowered, Clark. There's just certain shots he can't get to.
Yeah, well, he's not the biggest guard. I mean, he's actually one of the smaller guards we have in the league, but he's powerful, he's explosive, and he does on occasion get outside, and he just has to do the best he can in those situations.
Harris kicks to Lamb. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. That doesn't go either for Lawson. The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Lou Williams at 6'1", about 175 pounds, a scoring guard in a point guard's body. He's best playing off the ball offensively, but guarding the point guard defensively, so you often see him cross-matched with opponents.
The Knicks making a switch here. Arthur's checked in. Now here's Lamb. Defense right